What's up, guys? This is Chris from draftdashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Saturday, June 10th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 7-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the pitcher position. So I got a nice value play for you here. I like Patrick Sandoval. He's got a nice pitching advantage here over the Seattle Mariners. So Patrick Sandoval only giving up a .651 OPS versus righties, facing 7 righties here tonight, and the Mariners have only hit 11 of his last 69 pitches. That's a 159 batting average. So Patrick Sandoval, only 7,500 FanDuel salary, 800 more on DraftKings, averaging 23 fantasy points per game on the season. He has an ERA of 4.14. Record is 3-5, pitching an average of 92 pitches per game. But I think he's in a good spot here tonight, so I like Patrick Sandoval here versus the Seattle Mariners. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. I like Lamont Wade Jr. He's got a 12% batting advantage here over Kyle Hendricks. Lamont Wade Jr. batting 26% better versus righty pitchers. Kyle Hendricks giving up a .639 OPS versus lefties. And I like this pick because Lamont Wade Jr. is 3 of 5 with a 1.914 OPS versus Hendricks. One of those hits is a home run. So he's 3,100 FanDuel salary, 1,500 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, has a batting average of .279. So I like Lamont Wade Jr. here versus Kyle Hendricks. Okay everyone, it's time to announce the winner of our $25 weekly PayPal giveaway, and the winner is Tim Parlapiano. Congratulations, Tim Parlapiano. You are the winner of this week's $25 PayPal giveaway. Please reply to our comment to collect your prize. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. So I like Ozzie Albies. He's got a 17% batting advantage over Mackenzie Gore. Ozzie Albies batting 47% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a 1.153 OPS versus lefties. Mackenzie Gore giving up a .602 OPS versus switch hitters. Now, Mackenzie Gore actually does pitch his best ball versus switch hitters, which is not the norm. Most pitchers don't pitch very well versus switch hitters, so you'd think this might not be a good matchup. But Ozzie Albies is 2 for 5 here versus Gore with a 1.4 OPS because one of those hits was a home run. So he's 3,000 FanDuel salary, 1,600 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. And he has a batting average of .257. scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, and 3 of those were monsters, scoring 22, 32, and 40 fantasy points. So I like Ozzy Albies here versus Mackenzie Gore. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. So here's a value play. I like Owen Miller. He's got a 65% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Paul Blackburn. Owen Miller batting 8% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .782 OPS versus righties. Paul Blackburn, he's giving up a 1.090 OPS versus righties, pitching his worst ball versus righty batters by a pretty big margin. And Owen Miller is 0 for 3 here versus Blackburn, but I like the splits, and he's only $2,800 FanDuel salary. He's $1,100 more on DraftKings, averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .314, so I like Owen Miller here versus Paul Blackburn. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. I like Willie Adames. He's got a 73% batting advantage here versus Paul Blackburn. Willie Adames batting 16% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .717 OPS versus righties. Paul Blackburn pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a 1.090 OPS versus righties. Willie Adames is $3,000 FanDuel salary, $1,200 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. Now, he scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. One of those was a 22, another one was a 25. He does only have a batting average of .207, but I like everything else about this play, so I like Willie Adames here versus Paul Blackburn. Okay, moving on to the outfield position, I like Lane Thomas. He's got a 40% batting advantage over Jared Schuster. Lane Thomas batting 37% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a 1.035 OPS versus lefties. Jared Schuster giving up a .608 OPS versus righties. Lane Thomas is 2 for 3 here versus Schuster with a 1.334 OPS. He's $3,200 FanDuel salary, $1,200 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .280. Scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. And Vegas thinks there's going to be 10 runs scored in this game. That's their over-under. So I like Lane Thomas here versus Jared Schuster. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smackety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.